Okay, this is the more exciting part for me anyway, of this program. I'd like to start off first by introducing, are you ready? I didn't want to catch you in mid-sip. Introduce the president of the University of Baltimore, former mayor of the city, and also former state's attorney, Kurt Schmoke.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, buddy.
Thank you. I am not a hologram. I just wanted to come by to thank you all very much for participating in this, to give you a brief welcome and to thank you. In the last 2 weeks, I've had experience that I think captures some of what you are involved with today. I serve on the advisory board of the Hopkins University Press, and at that meeting, all they talked about was AI. And how it was going to revolutionize publishing, how it was going to revolutionize teaching, and it kept going and going. And also, then I serve on the board of the Howard Hughes Medical Institute. And again, focusing on medical research, biomedical research, AI dominated the conversation. So I believe that you're in the right place at the right time in considering the impact of artificial intelligence, machine learning generally, and how it is going to revolutionize just about everything that we do in our communities over the next few years. So I congratulate, because government is so vitally important to everyone, that we need to make sure that we are up to date in these revolutionary developments. So thank you all very much. Hope you had a good luncheon. And then Senator Cardin is, we are just so blessed to have him as our representative in the U.S. Senate. It's just been great for me to work with him over the years. I'm a recovering politician, and I know that Ben is going to do a great job in his recovery and whatever the next adventure is in his life. So, Senator, thank you very much. And of course, to the Schaefer Center, thank you for the wonderful things that you're doing. Ann and her team, Dean Hartley, at the College of Public Affairs, they're just having such a wonderful impact at the local, the state, and the national level, and I really do appreciate it, because as president of the university, I get to take credit for all of it. So thank you all. Have a great day.
Next up, I'd like to reintroduce Ann Cotten, who has a few things she'd like to share with us all after she drops it on the floor.
Thank you, Mike.
Come on, Ann.
Hi, everyone. I'm going to tell you about all the great things that President Schmoke gets to take credit for now. So this is a time that I really like every year, where I get to talk a little bit about what we do at the Schaefer Center and the impact that we have. So we've had a great year this year. We've had impact by investing in current managers with our Certified Public Manager program, our Maryland Equity Inclusion Leadership program. We've been bringing students to public service with our Next Gen Leaders for Public Service program and our Schaefer Center Graduate Fellowship program. And we help decision makers make better decisions by informing them with research that we conduct at Schaefer Center. So our mission is to help government help people. We do that through, as I just said, professional development, applied learning activities for students. Our students at the Schaefer Center are graduate fellows. They get engaged in everything we do as research. They're part of our team members. And we also promote public discourse with a lot of the conferences and events that we have, like today. Our research and technical assistance encompasses program evaluation, needs assessment, policy analysis, impact modeling, survey research, the whole gamut of everything you need to know. Although I think this morning AI might be putting us out of business. I'm not sure about that. Somebody needs to check to make sure AI is doing it right. We've done work for Baltimore County, the Maryland General Assembly in the past year, United Way, University of Baltimore, Baltimore City. We're working on the evaluation of the ARPA, American Rescue Plan funds, and how they're being spent. But we have a lot of engagement. It's basically taking all the expertise we have at the university and helping leaders make better decisions. Our Certified Public Manager program is a nationally accredited 300-hour professional development program for government and nonprofit managers. This program is the only one in Maryland and one of about 37 across the country. Each one follows a set of standards. We have many of our CPM graduates here today, as I mentioned this morning, with some of our panelists. So our CPM graduates and current participants, stand up. I know you're here. And for them to graduate from the program, they have to complete 300 hours of training, and they have to demonstrate mastery of all the core competencies in the program through a capstone project that impacts their organization. So it's improving service, saving money, making things better for their constituents or for their employees. So it's not an easy task to go through the program. They're doing this while they're working full time. And when they graduate, they also can get a 6-credit waiver into our Masters of Public Administration program. So not only do we help build their applied capacity, but we also create an opportunity for them to continue their education. This past year, we have 97 students, or 97 managers in our Certified Public Manager program. They encompass 20 of Maryland's 24 jurisdictions, and we were able to give scholarships to 63. If you think about the multiplier impact of this type of initiative, it's huge, because everyone in this program, they're impacting the people that work with them, they're impacting the people that they serve. And this type of initiative really helps upskill public service in the state. So we're really excited to be part of this. And the plug is, if you're interested in this, we're accepting applications for next year right now. And we have full scholarships available for about 75 state and local and nonprofit managers. This year, we also offered our Maryland Equity, Inclusion, and Leadership Program in conjunction with the Maryland Commission on Civil Rights. This program is an 8-week online program featuring synchronous and asynchronous instruction focused on all the core competencies of equity and inclusion. And we have the newly named Executive Director of the Maryland Commission for Civil Rights here, Cleveland. Are you here? There you are. Cleveland Horton, congratulations. Just appointed today. We also, this year, offered the Urban Conflict Manager Program. This is a new initiative. For the first time, we created this program. It was led by Dr. Ray Tan in our College of Public Affairs. She's the director of the program on conflict and negotiations. And this was for the Safe Streets workers. We trained 20 Safe Streets workers in conflict negotiation techniques, and focusing on violence prevention, intervention, conflict management. This pilot program was very successful, and we're looking forward to offering new cohorts in the fall. Our student programs include our Schaefer Center Fellows, where our graduate students work with us, as I said earlier, in all of our public sector research projects. It's competitive, and they're open to doctoral students and to graduate students. A number of them are here with us today. You might have recognized them as staff at the table, but when they're not doing that, they're actually doing research. Our Next Gen Leaders for Public Service program is one of 21 such programs in the country. We're part of the Volcker Alliance, which was founded by Paul Volcker to improve public service and to bring people to public service. Our program offers academic preparation, paid public service internships, which are really important because students can't take internships if they can't afford to take those internships. And this is a way to bring people into public service. We also offer co-curricular activities, like having our Next Gen students here today. Although you did this morning, our Next Gen students, would stand up so everyone knows who you are. And this is just a small group of our Next Gen students, because a lot of them also have other jobs too. So we had about 125 we placed last year. So our Next Gen students, this program is open to juniors, seniors, graduate students, and law students. We pay $15 an hour, and we also require that they work 8 to 19 hours a week. And Pat Mika sits here with us. Pat, if you want an intern, see Pat. And Calvin Brown, our internship coordinator, is with us as well today. So these students come from all across the university. They have all the expertise that they need to hit the ground running. And Pat supervises them by giving them the coaching, but our Next Gen host sites, which we have a number of our host sites here today, our host site supervisors, They actually do the day-to-day supervision. They select those interns. And the interns can also get course credit for participating in this internship. So it's a win-win. And we've already had one of our first class of interns. We had one of our participants take a full-time job with the Maryland Department of Environment. So it's doing exactly what we hoped it would do, creating a pipeline for public service. Our Next Gen program, we place students in government nonprofit internship sites. So you might recognize a number of our government placement sites. And then we also have a community development fellows internship. So these are same type of program, but we place them in community development organizations in Baltimore City. And our Next Gen interns past year, calendar 2023, we placed 125 students. And while they reside primarily in Central Maryland, we do have students, we have a number of students outside of the Baltimore City area. And we also offer speaker series. Many of you have participated, so thank you to those who are here that participated. And our speaker series on Voices of Public Service, we've been doing these on Zoom, so they're all recorded. They're on our website. And we actually have faculty members that assign these for students to learn about public leaders. This is a great opportunity, so if you're interested in participating, let me know. We're looking for participants. And then we also host conferences and events. We recently hosted the forum for the U.S. Senate Democratic candidates, and we also hosted the mayoral forum last week. So we've been busy, and I could talk even more, but I just wanted to give you a little snippet about some of the things that we've been doing this year and how our programs are making a difference. So if you want to upskill or you want your employees to upskill, see us about the Certified Public Manager program. If you want great students, see us about the Next Gen Leaders program. We're here to help you, and we're excited to be part of this important work. With that, I'll turn it back to Mike. Where'd you go?
I'm right behind you.
Oh, you're hiding. You moved. You're not in your seat.
I told you I always had your back. Jim, you ready? I'm ready. All right. It's now my honor to introduce to the podium Jim Smith, a Schaefer Center Advisory Board member, also a past recipient of this honor, and he's going to make the presentation, the 2024 presentation of the William Donald Schaefer Award today to you-know-who. We'll find out later. Come on.
Well, it really is an honor for me to introduce this year's recipient of the William Donald Schaefer Award. It's presented by the Schaefer Center for Public Policy at the University of Baltimore, and it is an exciting and always deep felt recognition of service in the mode of William Donald Schaefer. The award recognizes the legacy of former mayor, governor, and comptroller William Donald Schaefer by celebrating the achievements of those after him who have also contributed significantly to the public's welfare. Past recipients, as you can see, include Congressman Elijah Cummings, Dr. Nancy Grasmick, the Honorable Carolyn Colvin, and Carla Hayden. A very impressive club, quite frankly, and now it has a new member, United States Senator Ben Cardin. Yeah.
There's somebody special that needs to be here.
Whoops, let me get out.
Come on in here. Great.
probably somewhere. Official citation, be it hereby known to all that sincerest congratulations are offered to the Honorable Benjamin Lewis Cardin in recognition of receiving the 2024 William Donald Schaefer Award for his steadfast commitment to serving the people of Maryland and the nation without interruption over the last 58 years, beginning with his election to the House of Delegates in 1966, followed by becoming the youngest Speaker of the House in 1979, and reaching the pinnacle of his career in public service by becoming United States Senator in 2007. Cardin embodies Schaefer's spirit of public service for Maryland and the United States. Presented on the 7th day of May, 2024 by Adrian A. Jones, Speaker of the House.
Well, first, thank you all very much. To Jim Smith, who I've known for many, many years, to me, he is the model of public service. His demeanor, his commitment to public service, his commitment to a mission, his love for the Baltimore region. Even though he was county exec in Baltimore County, he represented the entire region and the growth in the region. He's served as a judge, he served as a county exec, he served as a political leader in our community. He has the whole package. So Jim, it's a particular honor to receive the award from Jim Smith. And to Kurt Schmoke, we have the same roots, Baltimore City College High School. But Kurt has done an incredible job. He lost a little bit of credibility in his remarks to you when he said he's not involved in politics. Being a university president, you are in politics, my friend, every day. But Kurt, thank you so much for everything that you've done to strengthen our higher education, as well as being mayor of Baltimore, and your entire record has been one that we all admire very greatly. So thank you for all that. And this school was amazing. I'm honored to receive an award from the school, but I'm also honored to receive an award named after Don Schaefer. So I thank you for that. It is very, very special. And I could introduce Kevin and Destiny, or two of my staff people. And why am I doing that? Because they're really good people and they do a great job for me. But Don Schaefer was the person he was able to get done because of one of his staff people who did an incredible job managing the talent of Don Schaefer and his personality, which didn't always match. Lainey Lebo Sachs is a... So it's a little bit awkward for me to talk about Don Schaefer because I know many people in this room probably don't know Don Schaefer very well, but I find it amazing that you're having your public policy seminar on AI in the Schaefer Center, because as we all know, AI takes bulk information and tries to predict the outcome. You could have every bit of information about Don Schaefer, you could never predict what he would do the next day. I don't know how that fits together well at all. But, you know, Don Schaefer was do it now. That's absolutely accurate. He was a do it now. I tell you, he would love our governor, Wes Moore, and I know it's not part of his cabinet here with us today, because Wes Moore says, do it now, and he holds you all responsible to get it done. That's the legacy of Don Schaefer. That's what he'd be very proud of how we have responded as government and community to the tragedy of the Francis Scott Key Bridge. Do it now. Get it done. Get the port open. Get the bridge planned replacement. That was Don Schaefer. And I must tell you, that legacy lives on very well. Now, I must tell you, he'd be a little frustrated with the United States Congress now and then about getting things done now. But it's just such an honor. And Jim, thank you for mentioning some of the honorees that have received this award. You left out your name, but it's a distinguished group. Elijah Cummings, of course, my friend in the House of Representatives, Paul Sarbanes, the person whose seat I took in the United States Senate. They're giants in our field that followed Don Schaefer's way. But let me just talk 1 minute about AI, because that was the theme of your meeting here today. AI is so important to our future, and it's a mystery to many people. I must tell you, might be surprised to learn that every senator went to an AI 101, actually it was a 102, 103, and 104 course. We had national experts come in, international experts, to help us understand AI and the challenges we have in regulating AI. Some countries have done things to regulate AI. It's difficult, but we have to set out guardrails. AI is indispensable for us dealing with our issues. Kurt already mentioned, you mentioned some of the issues in healthcare and other fields. They're going to be absolutely essential. I chair the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. AI is important to us in trying to avoid conflict, in trying to understand what policies work on preventing trafficking of human beings. How do we fight corruption in countries? We use AI models for all that because it tells us whether these policies can have an impact or not on behavior, because we can predict a good deal. But it also scares the hell out of us from a national security point of view, how AI can be used. I authored a report a few years back on Russia's asymmetric arsenal to bring down democratic states. One of their major tools is disinformation. AI can be turned into disinformation, and it can be used to compromise our national security. So yes, we're working on legislation in Washington today to deal with AI, and every committee is working on bipartisan legislation to regulate it. Our elections, which will happen next Tuesday here, the primary, and in November for the general, we are very concerned to how AI can impact a free and fair election. These are areas that we have to be able to figure out ways to control. Bottom line is, we need your engagement. And that's why I'm so proud to get the award from the School of Public Policy named after Don Schaefer. We need the next generation of leaders today. We need to understand civic engagement. We have to understand civility and listening to each other. And we need to understand history. It's so frustrating to see the mistakes that we made in the past being made again today. We need to know how you can get engaged and make change in our system. The power is with you, but we got to use it right. We have to develop the right public policy. We're under attack, our way of life, our system of government, our democracy, it's the key foundations. Here at the Schaefer Center, we're training the people who we hope will save us. So that's why it's particularly meaningful for me to get an award from the Schaefer School for Public Policy. I wish you all the best. I've had an incredible run. It's wonderful to get a citation from Adrian Jones because, again, I might correct one of the highest, he said my highest position I had was senator. I don't know, Speaker of the House wasn't a bad job. I want you to know that. So at times I look at Adrian Jones and say, gee, how life would have been different if I stayed in the Maryland General Assembly all those years. I wouldn't have to put up all this craziness in Washington. But it's been an incredible honor serving in the House of Delegates and serving in the House of Representatives and now in the United States Senate. I thank you for giving me the honor of representing you in the United States Senate. I've been blessed to have great colleagues over those years with Barbara Mikulski and Chris Van Hollen. So I thank you for giving me that opportunity, and I look forward to, by the way, I'm still here, I'm not going anywhere. We got a few things going on in Washington, so I expect I will be engaged throughout this year with the challenges that we have. I'm leaving here to go to a meeting with King Abdullah of Jordan, which we hope will help advance the peace talks for the hostage release in the Middle East. So there's a lot of challenges we confront, but we need your engagement. We need you protecting the policies of America, your civic engagement, help us sort through the deep division we have in this country and the challenges that we have globally in preserving our democratic institutions here at home. We need you, and thank you for being willing to participate in these programs.